Hello viewers, good morning and welcome to another class of critics and review writing, or rather criticisms and review writing. And today specifically we'll be looking at functions of criticisms, and basically we'll be looking at the 5 functions of criticism. And what are these functions? Number 1, we'll be looking at the function of information in criticism. And when we talk of the function of criticism within the context of information, we are simply looking at 1, how can a critical thinker or a critic review any literary work of art within the context of information. And when we talk of information simply means the reduction of uncertainty. It simply means the reduction of uncertainty. And reduction of uncertainty simply means making you to be aware of a particular information. For example, if I do not tell you what I have in my pocket, you will not understand what I have in my pocket, right? But if I remove it and show you, you will not know that yes, it is this pen that I have in my pocket. But if I put it back, you may not understand what I have in there. But by the time I remove this pen or this Bible and I show to you that yes, this is what is in my pocket, you will not be aware, you will not understand that this is what I'm carrying in my pocket. That is information. I'm simply giving you the information of what is contained in my pocket. Right? So at this point in time, I've made you to be aware of what I have or what I carried. So that is information. I'm giving you information. So the work of critic in this context or in this direction is to make viewers or readers to be aware of the existing circumstances within or in the direction of a literal work of art. Now another function of criticism is to influence. Criticism also serves the function of influence. It tries to persuade, to convince, to make you see reason why things should be done this way. It influences the minds of the readers that yes, there is a need for us to toe this line, to think in this direction. Even the writer of a book, perhaps for example, the critic can try to paint a scenario that will influence you, will give you a sense of direction. Yes, this ought to be done in this way. So all this is very important to the author or to the producer or the originator of that particular work of art. Another function of criticism is what? Promotion. Criticism also performs the purpose of what? Promotion. It promotes a particular material. It promotes a particular work of art because it makes sure that that creative work of art meets a particular standard within which people can be able to invest their quality time, their energy, and then their mental capacity for them to be able to know that this particular work of art is worth of my time, of my resources, of my money. So it is the work of criticism to promote these materials, because by the time that work is properly written, properly conducted, then the chances for people to, patronize it are very high. So the work of critics is to, look at those, lacunas that existed in this work of art so that they will promote such material because it will meet the standard or quality within, the domain of what people are expecting. Now, another function of criticism is advertising. When the work meets the standard, you advertise it. You create awareness. You persuade people to patronize that work of art. For example, somebody is maybe doing painting, for example, and by the time a critic look at your painting from a professional point of view and give suggestions, advice on how that work can be done in a better way, and then you follow those advice, and then you are able to create something that is so unique, something that is so special, something that is very interesting and appealing to the eyes of the audience. Then there is this chances of advertising that particular work of art, because people will by the time you are doing the right thing based on the critic point of view or observation, then you are selling that product. You are selling your painting skills or work of art. So people, in a way, you are advertising it, you are creating awareness, you are making people to look like, yes, this is what you are capable of doing. But you cannot get it right until when you accept criticism. Yes, it is poorly done, it is done like this. If you do this in this way, you can be able to improve the way and manner your painting should look like. Then if you are able to put all these things into consideration and make it appear more unique and more nice, then there's this chances that you are advertising your product, you are creating awareness, trying to take what is unique about what you are doing. That is the function of advertising within the context of criticism. Now, lastly, criticism also serve or perform the function of prestige. When we talk of prestige in this context, big publishers, for example, it could be perhaps a book, for example, they want to associate themselves with, books that, has a kind of, good content. So in a way, they are also, selling their organization, because when they produce books that are of not, substandard, books that are of high quality, based on the professional touch of the critic, then by the time they produce this kind of, materials or books, then it becomes a selling point to those big publishers, to those big organizations, because they are associating themselves with book that meet the standard or the demand of the audience. So the work of a critic is to pinpoint all those gaps in this book or any literary work of art. It could be movie, it could be music, and all of that. So by the time the person touch it by looking at it professionally, then it can become a selling point, and it becomes a prestige to those publishers, those who involved in producing the content, because it will help them, because it will become a selling point to those publishers and those organizations. So in this context, criticism is very fundamental, because it tries to give one's work of art a professional touch by looking at it objectively and suggesting ways that will improve those literary work of art. So thank you for today's class, and I hope you were able to learn one or two things from today's interaction and discussion. So hope to see you in the next class, where we'll also be digesting or discussing amazing issues. So thank you for being part of this class today, and I hope to see you in the next class. Thank you very much.